A lot of people call this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right, because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense, and now as a defensive coordinator, you've got some extra work to do to prepare for him and their offense.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll look to throw here on first down. They'll let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Whoa. Zach Pascal, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are going to take a first quarter lead. Well, we saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
And we knew that this offense was going to try and put pressure on the secondary. That was something they talked about with us. They knew that they had an advantage, pressed it, and there you go. Big play for a touchdown on their very first possession.
And that throw, pretty impressive, and even 61 yards through the air. Dan Bailey now for the extra point. And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And the result for the Colts is a touchdown.
Dan Bailey set to kick off.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Now Jones. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. First possession coming for the Raiders, and at quarterback, their longtime starter in his 7th season, Derek Carr.
And I'll bet right now it's just one thought in his mind.
Win the game. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. He played pretty well. I mean, he didn't turn over the ball in terms of interceptions,
no,
right?
2 touchdown passes last week.
2 touchdown passes, but when your team doesn't win, that's just hollow. And the best quarterbacks don't care about anything but whether or not their team won.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 23. He'll set up to throw from the gun. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down.
At the 23-yard line.
To throw again. Carr. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
And he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run. When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Jacobs. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. How about this for an opening drive decision? You got 4th and short, just outside of field goal range in all likelihood. What do you do?
I'm going for it. I've got to go get it right now. I want to establish a tone. It's early in the game. I want to let my offense know that I believe in them. And you know something else? I let my defense know I believe in them also by taking that gamble. If we don't get it, it's okay. You guys will cover for me.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll go for it. It's Carr. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. Now he will have a first down here at about the 40. It's a 4-yard pickup. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Throwing again. Carr. Right back to Waller. He's got it this time. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs. It gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Carr toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Darius Leonard, the linebacker, able to break that one up. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
The kick by Carlson is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
Raiders 3.
So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. As the Colts offense makes their way out, we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And for them, it's no longer a question of will they make the playoffs. They've clinched the division title. The question, can they hold on to that #1 seed?
And this is where the mental fortitude comes to play, doesn't it? Because now you're not just the coach talking about it. It's team talking about it to each other, supporting each other, carrying each other along, because having that #1 seed means everything in the NFL.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
Do what we do. Do what we do.
10, 5, and he's going to have this down deep into Vegas territory.
1st and goal.
Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find him at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds ends up incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver. But it'll be second and goal.
Second and goal.
This will be caught at about the 6. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's third and goal.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation,
feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. But just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously. Led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, and this time it's going to come from the middle linebacker because watching the lineman, it seemed to me that they thought he was going to drop back into pass protection, but he surprised them and came on the blitz instead and had a pretty clear run to the quarterback.
The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Jack Doyle, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
Dan Bailey set to kick off.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Now Jones. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Got his man, that's Tyrell Williams. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards, the final tally. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up.
And it's a fumble, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
A fumble on the play. Out of bounds.
You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
They run it with Jacobs. Darren Lee there to get him down.
But they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else he'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
From the 41, Carr. A short one here, secured by the tight end Waller. And he gets it down to the 32. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
Ball carrier.
DeForest Buckner in on the tackle. Earlier this half, you wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when you clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle him. That's what you're looking for.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive. 2nd and 2, first down marker at the 8. Shotgun now for Carr. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line.
Houston, a 7-yard loss.
A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
And it appears that this was just a letdown from the offensive line, but they do have a tough job because if you're a big tackle out there on the perimeter, sometimes you don't have the agility to keep up with the defensive end who's looking to wreak havoc in the backfield, and he got there and put his man on the ground.
And the next-gen stat's going to show just how much time he had to make a decision, and it's not much. 3 seconds, the final clocking. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Carr. And a slant hauled in by Ruggs. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. From the gun, Carr. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Another try after the first down sack. Carr. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And the Colts pick it up. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Going for the deep ball. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A big play there just before halftime. 45 yards.
Able to hit on a big play right there in the 2-minute drill. Now they've got a chance to use all the remaining clock and build on their lead right before halftime.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
Now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. He's going to go up top for the end zone. Got a man, it's Pittman, and he holds it in for the Colts touchdown.
Oh, man.
Michael Pittman in the final seconds of the first half. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Extra point try by Bailey. And it's 21-3. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it culminates in an Indianapolis touchdown.
Dan Bailey set to kick off.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. Now Jones. And he returns this to the 22.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 20.
The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We'll start up at TIAA Stadium in Jacksonville, where you see the final score there. 24-6 was the final score. Next, we head north to Philly to check on the Eagles at home at Lincoln Financial Field. And for the moment, they trail the visiting Saints in that one. Alvin Kamara with 2 touchdowns thus far. Lastly, let's get to the Windy City. See what's happening with the Bears at home at Soldier Field. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Houston Texans. 14-10, the final. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. Now Jones. Now a hit and a loose football.
Recovered by the kicking team.
So they take the deficit into the lockers. You know they had plans to receive the football. A nice drive, instead a fumble on the kickoff.